Anthony on Air podcast back for another episode. It's brought to you by our good pals over at Hero Soap Company. Grab some for the loved one in your life who loves America. Great holiday gift item right there. Link in the description below. More on them in a second. Ghislaine Maxwell, is she being tortured in jail? Do we care? She kind of deserves to be tortured a little bit. As tortured as tortured can be on the legal side so that it doesn't gunk up her going away for a really long time. We'll get into that. Plus, a bodybuilder married his own adult doll. You know what kind of doll that is. We have Nate Robinson getting knocked the F out, and Janine has become TikTok famous. And of course, J-Sabs is here with us on this episode. In fact, that's why we don't have Frank, because he's so jealous of your newly found TikTok fame.
He can't even take it anymore.
He cannot take it.
Well, it's been a while since I've been here. It's been a while.
It is good to have you back. All right, so let's talk about Ghislaine Maxwell. Story breaking over Thanksgiving weekend that she is allowed no soap, no toothbrush, no bra. She is, I guess, a suicide risk once again. We talked about her coming off of that in the past, and now I guess she's back on it. She gets just 30 minutes out of her cell just 3 times a week, and she is being woken up every 15 minutes just to make sure that she is still breathing.
Damn.
What do you think of all that?
Why no soap? What is she going to stick it someplace that's not supposed to be stuck?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, can you turn soap into a bomb or something like that? Can't you do that?
I don't know.
I see a lot of jail movies.
Toothbrush too?
What?
I mean, I could think of a place a toothbrush could go, but...
Yeah, and plus, that's how I think they, again, all my prison knowledge comes from the HBO show Oz. So they used to use toothbrushes to, like, stab people. They make shanks out of them. Her friends say that her friends told all this to the Daily Mail. No soap, no toothbrush, no bra in her prison cell. She's only allowed out to leave her cell for 30 minutes and only 3 times a week. And I believe they're still waking her up. Let me find that part for you. I don't know why the no soap thing. Let me see here. As for the hygiene products, authorities said that it is all a part of the effort to keep the 58-year-old alive until she can face trial no matter what. I guess they're worried about her, like, eating the soap and dying.
Yeah,
you know that unlike with Hero Soap Company, if you have one of those national brands, they have parabens in them that could be very harmful to one. So somebody might be able to hurt themselves by eating a whole bar of soap.
If you eat Hero Soap, you'll be okay.
If you eat Hero Soap, you will be okay. There's all natural products in there, so you're all good. All natural ingredients, I should say. Products sounds weird, but anything else, and you're in a little bit of a you're in a bind. You're basically in a bind.
A little bit.
The authorities say they are simply trying to keep her alive so that she doesn't go down the same road as Epstein. Her supporters, fighting for her to be released on bail, who dismiss claims she is a flight risk, insist that she is being singled out for especially harsh treatment as the principal surviving villain in one of the most notorious criminal scandals for decades.
Ooh. Imagine being woke up every 15 minutes. Like, I'd want to kill myself then too.
Yeah, like they put a flashlight in her eye.
Oh.
Like to make sure that like she's, awake.
It's terrible.
Maxwell is woken every 15 minutes at night by a torch shown in her face by guards to check she's still alive. Maxwell complained that she was threatened with an additional 21-day quarantine unless she agreed to have 2 nasal swab tests. This is for COVID. She was then ordered to remove her protective mask for an in-mouth inspection, further risking exposure to the virus. Give me a break.
Okay, come on.
There was more. At first, she was quarantined without soap or a toothbrush. Medical and psychological staff who checked on her each day pre-quarantine stopped coming, and an unidentified man entered her cell to take photos during quarantine. Even the 13 hours a day to prepare her defense was inadequate, it was claimed, given that the case files run into 1.2 million documents already. Maxwell said her lawyer was a nonviolent, exemplary pretrial detainee with no criminal history and no history of mental health issues or suicidal tendencies. As such, she was being overmanaged under conditions more restrictive than convicted terrorists and killers held at Colorado's tough supermax prison. Yeah, but again, you cannot have her going down the same road as Jeffrey Epstein. This is something that the Department of Justice would never, ever recover from if they found her dead in her cell.
No, definitely not.
You can't even have it.
And they probably wouldn't let the Clintons visit her either.
And that's a great point because, like, you know what they're fighting here? They're not only fighting Ghislaine and whatever she might do to herself, but God knows whatever other entity there is out there. I feel like there's a movie in here where it's like this John McClane type thing where he doesn't know who the enemy is, and you can't trust the government, you can't trust the regular authorities. Christopher Nolan would have a goddamn field day with this because it's like the biggest psychological thriller I've ever seen, where it's like you can't trust anybody, so you got to put the harshest set of rules in place to make sure that she gets to Judgment Day.
Agreed.
Yeah, I mean, I understand it's a little crazy and being lit up. By the way, it's a torch. It's not like they're like putting fire in her face. It's really weird how the complaint reads, but it's not like it's not like a 19th century or 8th or 14th century thing. But yeah, she's being awoken to make sure that she's still alive at night. Hey, thank your buddy Jeffrey Epstein. Nobody told you know what I'm saying? Like,
right. This is your own fault.
This is your own fault. If this all, I'm assuming here that everything that they're doing falls under legalities. It's legal to be checking on these inmates in this way. Then I would be doing this to the max with her. Absolutely, 1,000,000,000%.
Mm-hmm.
1,000,000,000%. But I guess she's starting to see, she's starting to be able to communicate with, some friends and some supporters, which is unbelievable that she still has some. I mean, I guess everybody. I mean, if you've ever had a chance to abandon somebody, this is the time to abandon them. I mean, you know what I mean? Like, what do you do there? I swear to God, I don't want to get into too many specifics, but have you ever been in a situation, Janine, where somebody did something terrible?
Yes.
I don't know. Like somebody I know did something terrible to somebody else I know. And I don't even know what to, I'm not doing anything, but it just feels weird. Like, what do you, like,
right now it happened or no?
Right now. Like, I don't know what to do. I don't know what the protocol is. I mean,
do I know them?
I don't know. But it's like, let's say somebody steals or does something terrible to somebody else and publicly it comes out. Like what do you do?
Yeah, well, I'll be honest, I had a friend who used to like to steal jewelry.
Yeah,
like costume jewelry.
Who doesn't? I mean, who doesn't like to knock off an old jewelry stand every now and then? Go ahead.
Well, the first time I went to the store with her, she showed me it afterwards, and I was like, "Oh, I don't remember you buying that." And she's like, "Because I didn't. I took it."
Oh, she swiped something like during a shopping trip with you?
Yes.
That's crazy.
And I was like, And then I was like, I'm going to give it one more shot. And she did the same thing. And I was like, I can't go shopping with you because if you get caught, I'm an accomplice.
Yeah, exactly.
And this was like when I was like 14, 15 years old. Oh. But come on.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah.
And our family had money. I guess she just liked to do it. Just the thrill of it.
Some people like to steal. Yeah. Some people like the thrill of the steal. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy strange. But it's bizarre, like when it's like a real, like I'm saying, like if you knew somebody who killed somebody else, like what do you, like you can't, yeah, like.
Well, it depends on what they killed them for. Let's be honest.
I guess so.
It's like something really bad. What about like, okay, let me ask you a question.
Go ahead.
Could you be friends with a guy who was an extreme womanizer?
No.
Okay.
I've shied away from people that are. I've dropped people for I'm actually really good at dropping. I love dropping people. I'm a big fan of dropping people. Yeah. like people get into drugs or people get a little out of hand or people get a little too annoying, I can drop you very quickly. There's very few people that I can't. There's like very, very few people that I think about that I wouldn't be able to drop under like extreme circumstances. I dropped Janine in 2 seconds. Don't think I was talking about Frank or Janine there. I dropped them in seconds. But yeah, I don't. Yeah, womanizing. Nah, I've never. Because I've known people that are even just a little like skeevyish, like a little like kind of
Yeah.
gross around chicks and stuff. And even them, I've written them off. Like I can't be bothered with that stuff.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I agree.
You had that. You had some of that happen where you knew somebody who was a little too. Wait, all right. Now, are you talking about just serial dater, or just like just goes out with women and sleeps with them, or
Like, I guess just likes to use women,
I mean,
and morally it's wrong,
yeah,
and
I
like a few women at the same time.
yeah that I don't know. But see, here's the thing: married with 2 kids. This is such a hypothetical situation. Like, it's never happening. But I do often think about out of all the couples that both you and I know, like when some of them inevitably get divorced, and I'm going to put this at 50% just to be respectful and conservative. I'm dreading the day that I'm going to have to deal with this my married friends that are now single again.
Mm.
I'm dreading for that. My only hope is that this comes in pairs so that those two people will find each other. They'll be able to go out with one another and not have to involve me whatsoever. That's my only hope in life.
So you think that 50% of us will get divorced? Okay,
At least. At
you're
least.
serious too.
Dead serious. Dead
Ooh, I want to
serious.
know who. I want to know who.
There's just, it's not even personal. There's just no way, conservatively, off the top of my head, out of 6 or 7 couples, there's just no way all 7 couples survive. There's just no way.
That's true. Numbers wise.
It's just no. It's a numbers thing for and add on top of that just some of the personality of the men in that group, and you're assured to have some losses. You're gonna have some broken eggs
Hmm.
there. But like I've resorted to doing nothing in this particular situation, but I knew both people, and it's very weird because it's kind of like, what do you like? Fortunately for me, I don't have to do anything, but I feel like, what do you do if you know somebody who did something
Yeah, I know.
terrible to somebody else, and like what side do you pick? Like, and it's the same thing with like Ghislaine. Like all this stuff comes out. Like I don't think I have a friend. I can say this with certainty. I don't have a friend that I would stick by their side in this particular situation.
Yeah, that's true. I agree.
I mean, even if they're like, I'm in, like, obviously she's telling all her friends she's innocent and everything, but even still, I mean, the evidence is pretty astoundingly against you.
It's there in your face.
So weird. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. You could see it in their eyes. Anyway, Hero Soap Company, like I said, this is a soap that you could feed to anybody and they would be okay. Although I strongly suggest you don't do that. Just use it as a soap, was what it's supposed to be used for. But it's very aromatic. It made my entire bedroom and bathroom smell quite wonderful. You buy a bar of this, they send a bar to the troops, and then they take some of the money that they've gotten from sales and they build homes for veterans so that they can come back from fighting for our country and move right into a mortgage-free home, which is quite lovely. They have subscriptions available. I think that makes a great gift. You get a subscription. You can send your loved one a bar or 2 bars of soap every month. You know, people spend around $100, you would say, on gifts or a Secret Santa or that kind of situation. Boom, you can knock this out with a 20% off. There's your gift. Take care of the soap needs of a loved one in your life, especially if a loved one in your life served our country or loves our country. I think they're going to love this Hero Soap. 20% off on that subscription right now if you use the promo code Anthony. Subsequently, Janine, I could also ask you if you would ever marry a sex doll, because that's what this one guy did in Russia. I believe he's in
I
Russia.
mean, maybe.
Here's my favorite part about this guy is that to go along with this story, he not only married the doll, but he went on like a lavish photo shoot with the doll. There they
Oh my
are in the
god.
back of a car together. Here they are provocatively posing in front of water. Like, let's not forget, that thing is fake. He had to drag her along and pose this doll to take a picture.
It's 2020. Would you expect anything less?
Let me also point this out, too. The guy chose to marry an inanimate object. Do you think he went out and hired a photographer to take these shots? Or he's setting up a tripod and taking the shots? Like, of course, he's setting up a tripod and taking the shots himself. But he went to all these lengths in all these different, like, he went to a comedy club and took a pic and like, here, like, oh, let me pose with me and my girlfriend here at the comedy club. Like, this guy is amazing.
He needs to be a part of our group.
This guy's the Tiger King that we never asked for, but we always wanted. Yeah, here he is, just like posing, like oh, let's like catching a kiss. And by the way, and I'm going to say something here that's going to be interpreted as sexist, and I'm okay with that. No guy likes to do the kissy Instagram picture. This is only a girl thing. So he's literally taken on the girl persona of let's do the we're about to kiss and put it on Instagram picture. And he's doing that. He's putting himself through all the tortures that he doesn't have to go through. Like, isn't the point of marrying a sex doll being embarrassed as all hell and just keeping the thing in your house and not having to do all the normal couple stuff that you have to do? Next thing we're going to see this son of a bitch out at an apple picking farm putting apples into a bag when he doesn't have to.
He's definitely going to go pumpkin picking.
It doesn't make any sense. He's put himself in a situation where he's given himself a free pass from all the things from women that we hate, yet he's still putting himself through all the same shit.
You hate that?
Well, there's things that we don't really love. I like eating an apple pie. I don't really like going out and picking it for 7 hours and getting stung 27 times because that's something they don't tell you about. There's a lot of bees in them apple orchards. A lot of bees.
There is.
Very uncomfortable. Anyway, he says that he's been in a relationship with Margot for 8 months and says that despite their quarrels, he's dead set on marrying her. Or he did marry her.
That's like really sad. Or he just did it for the publicity. That's it. So he can find a real human person to marry.
Yeah, but do you think so? You know what? You're probably right. Because as broken as this guy is, there's probably a girl out there that's even more broken. That's like, oh, I can save him.
Exactly. I can help him.
I can rescue him from Margot. I'm so much more woman than Margot is. Just think about this. Like, he's got to dress her every day. Like, could you? Like, I can't even take care of myself. You know what I mean? Like,
I mean, how much upkeep is there besides cleaning the doll out? Ew.
But that should be the only upkeep that exists with a sex doll. There shouldn't be like, oh, I got to make sure to get her hair done and her eyebrows teased or whatever girls do to eyebrows. You tease eyebrows? No, you shape eyebrows and tease hair. That's right.
That's right. Nobody teases hair anymore, though. It's not the 80s.
True. Good point. Good point. Just goes to show you how bad I would be at this. But I also wonder, too, like, it's so... I don't know. You have to, like, this is like a Worsen type situation where he's just making up all this conversation coming back the other way.
Right.
Whereas you could pick up any phone and you could talk to a female on the phone.
And he doesn't look bad looking from what I see.
No, I know. He doesn't.
Unless...
Maybe he's working with a small member. By the way, can I tell you something? This is hurtful. Okay,
I know it is. I'm sorry.
This is like,
yeah, you shouldn't ask anyone's age. You shouldn't ask their weight, and you definitely not do this to a man.
Yeah, this is racism towards men. This is sexism, maybe. That's a sexual slur right there. That's what you just did, a sexual slur. Let me excite the guy fan.
Exactly.
The funniest thing I ever saw was on Curb Your Enthusiasm. They did this. They held up the pinky like to say small member, and Larry David and Jeff go. They're always doing this. Women, they're always. She's like, we should do this. We should go around going like this. Big vagina.
Right. Oh God.
I still laugh at the thought of that. You ever think about a TV show and you start laughing out loud wherever you are? Um,
Ah,
but like, wouldn't you be more apt to like date a phone? What was that movie with Joaquin Phoenix where he like falls in love with his Siri?
his computer, right? Or no?
What was it?
I thought it was his computer he fell in love with.
Oh, was it a computer? It was it Her. Wasn't it called Her or something like that?
Yes, that was a weird movie too.
Like, all right, let's take your husband for instance, Janine. Do you think he's a sex doll guy or marry my iPhone guy?
iPhone guy.
Yeah.
Because listen, he gets a hard on when he can turn on the lights, but just tell Alexa to turn them on.
There are the tech geeks that are like, this is, we got to tech this up. But I wonder how far away from somebody sliding a phone into one of these dolls so that you actually hear the doll talking to you and everything like that. So you don't have to be a Wilson person.
That'll be soon.
That'll be very, very soon. Over the weekend, Nate Robinson was knocked the F out by Jake Paul. Did you see this?
Absolutely.
I'm not going to play it through our thing. I'm going to just hold up. I'm just going to hold up the video for rights reasons. But take a look here. Jake Paul literally just knocks this guy. Look at him. He
Oh, he's
falls
just
down
down.
face first. He is out. He is out.
I'm sorry, but when people get knocked out, I can't stop laughing.
I mean,
It's like
Nate.
when people trip and fall, forget about it.
Oh, I love tripping and fall videos. But this guy is a former NBA player. Jake Paul obviously is a YouTuber, these days, and knocked this guy out altogether. I mean, that is
I
embarrassing.
wonder how much that hurts.
And by the way, look at every
Let's see.
look at every meme. I mean, this is every meme. Like that's it. Chris Tucker. It's just every. How do you walk around after getting knocked out by a YouTuber? Like, you're an athlete. This guy's a YouTuber. He's boxed before, but still, you should have been in
Embarrassing.
way better shape. Way better shape than that.
Embarrassing.
Weird thing about this, that preceded the Mike Tyson and Roy Jones Jr. fight, which we've gotten to a point now where we're so bored with everything normal, we just want to see seniors and celebrities fight each other. Like, that's basically where we've gotten to as a society.
First of all, I didn't even know he was fighting.
Yeah, it was all on like Triller, and Triller's
Yeah.
like a new TikTok, and they're trying to get people from TikTok over there, and that's why, unless you're on Triller or know about Triller or do social a lot, you don't really know. But yeah, it was a lot of people were caught off guard by the fight because it wasn't too much. And I think
Publicity, right?
Roy Jones and Tyson, I think they went to a draw or something. Like, nobody cared. Like, this is getting more heat today than anything else
Yeah,
in there.
exactly. See?
But who am I telling other than the latest TikTok viral sensation, our own J-Sabs? You did a video. When did you do this video?
I did it on Thanksgiving.
Oh, so it was on Thanksgiving when you did that?
On a whim.
Okay.
I took my mother to Stop and Shop. We checked out. We walked back into the parking lot. And I'm like, here, just hold this button. Hold it down until the music ends. And I was like, I've been wanting to do this for a long time. But I didn't expect to get the views I got.
Can I hold it up and show people, or no? You don't
Sure.
want that. Okay. So here's Janine.
I mean, I'm going to have to get used to it. Go ahead.
There she is doing her TikTok. I think she's yelling at, who's that? Your mom, you said?
Yep.
And she's doing her little dance. You don't actually get into the full dance until the very end. And it's only for
that's what you have to do it at that part though.
Yeah. So there you go. 22,000 views. Pretty good.
I mean, come on. Now the best comment was
Oh, I didn't even read the comments. I should do that. Go ahead.
flip flopping and tick-tocking. I laughed my ass off at that one because I was wearing flip flops. Yeah. So I just I'm going to follow up with this, but I'm not going to let you in on it until it's published.
I was gonna say, now that you got heat, you gotta come out with something else. You gotta keep it going.
I mean, that's what happens when you become TikTok famous. You have to keep keep it up.
I know you got to. What do you have a plan for the next? What the next thing is?
I do. So we'll see.
Wow. How about plug the goddamn podcast, you selfish piece of shit? Jesus Christ. Wear a shirt. Wear the shirt in the TikTok. Can you do that at least? For the love of God.
First of all, I want that's what she said shirt.
Yeah, I got it.
And then the people are like, oh, now I know who she is.
Grab our merch. It's up on our website, anthonyonair.com. Here's the shirt that Janine's talking about in long sleeve form right there. That's what she said shirt. It's got our logo on the back. And it was obviously inspired by our own J-Sabs. Now we're going to have to get like a viral sensation shirt for you. Be like,
TikToking and flip-flopping.
TikToking and flip-flopping, bitch. That's going to be your shirt now. I love it. Quick podcast. We were actually going to take off this week, but we got this one in. So I don't know.
That's what she said. Think.
That's where we're going to leave it. Anything else you got, J-Sabs?
That's it. Just that I'm so thankful to be here today. On this miserable 60-degree rainy day.
Yeah, day sucks, but at least we have a podcast.
At least that's what we have.
And a viral TikTok sensation in our midst, which is very thrilling and very, very exciting. I can't wait. When does the next one drop? Can you tell us that?
I'd say Wednesday.
Wednesday? You're going to go once a week? Is this what it is? People drop 7 of these a day. You're going once a week?
Yeah, exactly. Well, it's where I want to do it.
Oh, okay.
I also had, the Cuomo stickers that were all over the internet last week.
No.
You didn't see the Cuomo, his head, you're supposed to put it on a window.
Oh, Cuomo? Oh, yeah. I saw it. Yeah.
Well, he was at our Thanksgiving, so I had a little fun with him. You probably can't post the picture here, but I will send it to you.
All right, send it to me. We'll see if we can get it posted up. I'll put it out. I don't care. All right, we'll talk about it post-podcast. All right, okay. Appreciate you guys checking it out. Don't forget to check out our second channel, which is single topic stuff and highlights from the podcast. Of course, you can get links and everything else at anthonyonair.com. Appreciate you guys putting the thumbs up on the video and subscribing. And we'll see you on the next episode.